Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this is my Frostgorge sound gathering route video guide. Now, Frostgorge sound is one of the 3 endgame zones currently in the game. Well, if you count Straits of Destruction, it would be 4, but I don't really. So, you have Frostgorge, Malkor's Leap, and Cursed Shore. They all give kind of the same materials when gathering. There's a few slight variations. For example, in Frostgorge, you'll get leeks and snow truffles. In Malkor's Leap and in Cursed Shore, you'll get Orion truffles and ghost pepper, saffron threads, 2 other items that aren't available in Frostgorge, but the items that are more universal are elderwood logs, mithril ore, ori chalcum, and ancient wood. They can be gathered in all 3 of these zones. So, to get started, what you want to do is pour it in at the eastern end of Frostgorge Sound at Earthshake Waypoint. This is right by Earthshake Basin and Elder's Vale, also on the border to Fireheart Rise, really easy to find. And this is the same waypoint that's used for the Claw of Jormag whenever he spawns. This is the closest waypoint right next to the first Dragon Crystal and all that fun stuff. So from here you want to gather what's around Earthshake Waypoint. Sometimes there's a snow truffle to the south, and there's always stuff a little bit to the north in between Elder's Vale, the town to your right from the waypoint, and the vista. So in this general area you'll be able to get some stuff, and then from here you want to head north up by where Jormag spawns, but you want to go past that area up towards the Path of Starry Skies waypoint, which is the most northern waypoint in the zone, or most northern waypoint in the eastern part of the zone. Up here in the snow climb area, there's a very good chance that an ori chalcum spawns up here. It's generally always up here. If not, then it's somewhere else. But gather what you see in this area. Usually, like I said, ori chalcum, very commonly leeks are up in this area. Mithril, sometimes there's even a rich mithril on the opposite end of the platform Jormag spawns on, or just behind somewhere up here. You don't have to go all the way up to the Path of the Starry Skies waypoint. You can just kind of dick around in the snow climb area and you'll be able to get exactly what you want. From there you want to head back south towards the viewed vista and cut west when you reach the path. Here you want to run behind the camp that shoots the flak cannons at Jormag and gather all that you see in this general area. Now, there's a canyon right to the south here, which I'll get into in a second. First, you want to gather everything around just south of this camp and everything over to the west in the Grawl area. And then if you see anything a little bit further west by the Slough of Despond waypoint, you want to gather everything over here. Pretty much you want to get done everything below that canyon area that I'm about to get into, and below the skill point and the vista. They're pretty much parallel with each other on the map if you take a look at it. By the Fire Snake's Tail, the vista I was just talking about by the Earthshake waypoint. If you go, you want to do everything above this line, because right after we get done we're going to go below that line. It's an invisible line, of course, metaphorically. Think of it as an equator. So this canyon area, it's kind of hard to explain, but there's different, it's raised up and also lowered at the same time. You want to gather everything on the raised platforms first. It's actually better to just ignore the lower area with the trolls. I hate it. And there's a bunch of trolls down here, botters down here. There's a chest. I think I stopped at it in the video. I'm not sure. I usually always skip it though. So you want to gather all of this crap on the raised platforms. Usually there's snow truffle, raspberry, elderwood logs, leeks, stuff like that. Gather what you see, and then you want to run on the far western side of the canyon on the final raised platform thingy before the Grawls. You want to run south along this, and you can jump over to the central area here where it says Trionic Lattice on the map. You'll be able to gather some wood that you wouldn't have been able to reach previously, and maybe raspberries or something else. Then from here you want to fall down into the canyon, or you can skirt the edge all the way around, doesn't really matter, and you want to run south to where it shows the vista by the Trionic Lattice, just below. And then over down here by the frozen lake, I'm pretty sure it's frozen, yeah, it's frozen, by that lake you want to gather anything you see in the area, and then pretty much continue around scouting this area as best you can until you reach Yak's Bend waypoint. Once you reach Yak's Bend waypoint, you want to gather pretty much everything around the area again. Head a little bit west to where it shows the heart that you have to kill the imps or research the imps, whatever it is for that area. Gather everything around this area, and then you want to head east. I'm sorry, west of the Vista by Yak's Bend, and then you want to skirt the river, going south, gathering all the crap you see on both sides. You can kill any grawl that get in your way. It'll give you a good chance to build up your sigil and crap like that. But you want to gather all that you see: mithril, snow truffle, leeks, anything, elderwood logs, and also as you're skirting the river going down south, just above the, I think it's Pact Explorer Eric. What you want to do, or rather what there is a big patch of butternut squash. You want to gather all of the butternut squash that you see in this general area, and then you want to continue west towards the High Peaks waypoint. You want to gather all that you see through the Minotaur area. You can stop, kill a few Minotaurs. There's usually people botting here. It's one of the locations I have on my website. And it's usually always botted now. Or rather, there's always usually bots here. You can hop in, build up your sigil while helping the bots out, grab some blood, doesn't really matter, whatever you want to do. And continue heading west towards the High Peaks waypoint. There's a few different events that happen around here. The Coiled Watch, the Escort one, you can do them if you want. You can do a little bit of the event, just enough to get a medal. So when the event fails, you'll still get karma, money, and experience. I usually do that. Once you reach High Peaks waypoint, before you go anywhere else, you want to do the southern area just below the heart to kill the Sons of Savannah. There's usually mithril down here, elderwood, raspberries, and then from there you want to head west of High Peaks waypoint, pretty much spurting out onto the other side of the mountain range here by the Tactician Sebastian and just south of Ridge Rock Camp waypoint. Gather all that you see going around the northern end of this area. So you want to pass Tactician Sebastian and go up towards Ridge Rock Camp waypoint. You want to gather everything in this Wayward Climb area, just north of the river. There's usually quite a few goodies up here. And then you want to head southwest through the Leopard's Tail Valley. Down here you'll be able to find mithril, raspberries, elderwood logs. You get the drift now. You want to kill anything you come across here. There's snow leopards that you usually get in your way. And you want to continue west following the path towards Refugee Shore. Once again, over here you're going to be finding a ton of different stuff. Make sure you look around while you're gathering it. And you want to continue further west going south of the ocean that you're coming out to now. And skirt the water's edge. Gather all that you see over to the Stone Sledge Draft, which is going to be like the final area that we're going to be gathering here. There's a bunch of dredge in this area, amongst other things. So what you want to do is gather all that you see in the area and also participate in any events that you come across here. Once again, only if you want to. A few of the dredge events that come to mind here is the dredge commonly attack a bridge by Blue Ice Shining Waypoint. So if you dispatch them at that bridge, you know, you'll be able to do that, get some credit for that. And there's also a dredge mortar event back in the dredge town, which is far, far west. And you can participate in this dredge mortar event and get credit for that. It's really easy to do. You just got to destroy 3 dredge mortars. Can be soloed. The only thing that might be a fair warning is the dredge do pile up on you quite fast. Usually you can get like 4 or 5 of them on you at a time. So that's definitely something you want to keep in mind when you're coming here. So let's see here. Aside from that, there's really not much more to say about this entire zone. Orichalcum can spawn in a few different locations. Same with Ancient Wood. They're not called the same things. Well, the Ancient Wood isn't called the same thing. It's called an as it would be called out in Kershore instead of an Orion sapling. I'm pretty sure it's Ancient Sapling. So keep that in mind when looking, mousing over the things on your mini map thingy. Really, there's nothing else I can say. It's really easy to do the run here. Usually about 20 minutes a run. And depending on how much of the stuff you get, you should get maybe 50 to 75 silver a run. You might sometimes get upwards of a gold with each run, depending on how much stuff you come across. Snow truffles, mithril ore, elderwood logs, raspberries, and of course Ancient Wood and Orichalcum ore will be your best sellers when it comes to gathering here. Keep an eye out for them and always gather them when you see them. The other thing, oh yeah, from the winter root vegetables, you also get parsnips. They're really, really good sellers too. Usually about 50 copper a piece for the parsnips. Depends on depends on what the auction house is doing at the time. But aside from that, I really can't think of anything else to say. So if you enjoyed this video, helped you out, like, comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to see a written version of this guide or any other Guild Wars 2 guides, just check out the link in the description. It'll take you to my website, and all the information you could ever hope to find is right there. See you guys around. Good luck. Happy farming. All that fun stuff.